Hey everyone, it's George from Blockchain DXB and today is the 19th of August 2024. Now so far as the prices of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is concerned guys, it is definitely not looking that great. But if you look at the coin market cap, there is an indicator which talks about the fear and greed index and it is at number 45. And so far as the sentiment is concerned, it means that the market is neutral at this point of time. Now look, as earlier today, what I tried to do is I tried to compare some of these numbers going back to March of this year. And I hate saying this guys, the numbers in March was definitely much better than what it is right now. So it looks like the whole spot Bitcoin ETF is not turning out to be fruitful, at least as of now. But I'm pretty much sure after the US elections, the numbers will drastically change, isn't it? That is my honest opinion. Now in today's episode guys, we do have some really interesting news. And that is to do with the king of privacy, that is Monero. And they are going ahead and launching a new token called as Tari token. And Monero developers, along with one of the OGs in the Bitcoin space, that is Ricardo Spani, also called as Fluffy Pony, is associated with this. So in today's episode, I'll go and discuss what this new token is all about. And the token launch, guys, will be happening in less than a month, exactly on the 12th of September to be precise. Now look, so far as Bitcoin and Ethereum is concerned, unfortunately now it is the play for multi-billionaires and trillion-dollar companies, isn't it? Now Franklin Templeton guys, they are coming up with a new innovative product, and what they want to do is they want to go ahead and merge Bitcoin and Ethereum, and they want to have a basket of crypto funds, and looks like that is the new ETF, and the ticker symbol for that is EZPZ. So we'll definitely go ahead and discuss what this news is all about. Now look guys, because of the spot Bitcoin and spot Ethereum ETF, unfortunately only the billionaires has been benefited, isn't it? So far as people, let's see, in underdeveloping countries, that is Zimbabwe, Bangladesh or even India, looks like the average individual has not been benefited. So we'll definitely go and touch base on this. Now in the world of Ethereum guys, we do have some interesting news. Now you can take it as a positive news as well as a negative news as well. Now the positive way of looking at it is that the gas fees has plummeted to a near 5-year low. Now the positive way of looking at it is that developers will now try to build on Ethereum, isn't it? But the second way guys of looking at it is, why has the fees plummeted and are developers switching to other blockchain protocols, let's say like Solana, Avalanche? That is definitely a possibility, isn't it? So these are things you need to factor as well. And the final news guys we're going to be talking about has to do with Nigeria, and the Nigerian court has frozen $38 million or $50 million in cryptocurrency. Now it's really important to note that this $38 million were allegedly sent to support protests against rising inflation. Now look guys, this is definitely unfortunate news, but this is only possible if you're using a centralized exchange, isn't it? Because when you use a centralized exchange guys, the centralized entity can go ahead and freeze your account. So we'll definitely go ahead and explore this. And this is one of the reasons why guys, not your keys, not your crypto is a notion we all need to follow. So quite a lot to cover guys in today's episode. And like we do in every Crypto and Coffee at 8 podcast, we will be looking at two news from Dubai, UAE and the Middle East. Now the first news guys definitely made quite a lot of news over the weekend, and this article was actually published via Cointelegraph, and I'm seeing so many articles circulating via LinkedIn regarding this. And the news essentially is that Dubai court, they have recognized crypto as a valid salary payment. This is definitely a positive news, isn't it? And what I really like guys, so far as the government of United Arab Emirates is concerned, they're definitely very proactive. They definitely take initiative towards new technology and innovation. So definitely positive news. And the second news guys is also positive news, and this also has to do with the Emirate of Dubai, and they are hosting an artificial intelligence and Web3 festival which is scheduled to take place next month between the 11th and 12th. So I'll definitely go ahead and give out more information regarding this. And look guys, as the summer is going to be cooling off in the next few months, I wouldn't be surprised a lot of such events do actually take place in Dubai, UAE and the Middle East. So definitely positive news in my opinion. So quite a lot to cover guys in today's episode. Let's kickstart with it right away. Thank you to our sponsors for being part of the Blockchain DXB journey. Firstly, Advanced Media. Advanced Media guys is the largest distributor of professional video, photo, broadcast and cinematic equipment and accessories in the Middle East and MENA region. With over 2 decades of experience, Advanced Media is now the largest distributor in the Middle East, representing more than 100 recognizable brands, including brands such as Zeiss, DJI, Hasselblad, Red and Rode. As a matter of fact guys, the very mic that I'm recording is being sponsored by Advanced Media as well, and Advanced Media has showrooms in Saudi Arabia and services as well. Looks like they're definitely taking the Middle East by storm. And here's the beautiful thing guys, they're taking corporate social responsibility very seriously, and they're focusing on 3 P's, that is people, planet, and prosperity. Now listen guys, if you do want to find out more information regarding the statement of corporate social responsibility, check out the website, that is www.amt.tv. And here's the beautiful thing guys, they also want to be a leader and set an example and reputation as a pioneer and member of the community. And in doing so guys, they also have an AMT scholarship with SAE Institute in Dubai, UAE. So definitely check it out. And also guys, Advanced Media is committed to persistently developing, organizing and hosting training workshops, seminars and community events that educate, inform and familiarize consumers with new equipment and the latest technological advances. So listen guys, do one thing. If you do want to support this channel, go to the website, that is www.amt.tv, and follow the social media channels as well. All of the details are in the show notes below. Next, Startup OI is global one-tech platform for tech. It offers global high-paying tech jobs with flexibility in working time and location, global free tech events, and tech networks to connect with global like-minded engineers. A brilliant platform to listen to the tech experts in Metaverse and to grab their insights. Now listen, all you have to do is download the app Startup OI. If you're using an Android version, go to Google Store and App Store for iOS devices. Alternatively, you can also click on the show notes below to download Startup OI. Next, guys, listen, if you're into fitness, if you're into adventure, if you want to do something wild but still want to keep your health in check, there is a new podcast in town, a podcast focusing on obstacle course race in the Middle East. The podcast is called the Race Pace Podcast. So check out the Race Pace Podcast across all leading platforms. And the Race Pace Podcast is a peer-to-peer community-driven podcast where they talk all about obstacle course race in the Middle East, from Sandstorm to Spartan Race, from Tough Mudder to Desert Warrior Challenge, and also the Government Gov Games, and quite a lot more. The podcast has interviews with athletes locally and internationally to get inside scoop on how athletes prepare for obstacle course race. In the podcast, they also talk about interesting stories on why they are motivated to do obstacle course race. And that's not all. They also plan to release 7 NFTs. And these NFTs are no ordinary. These NFTs will represent every emirate in the UAE. And listen guys, these NFTs are going to be absolutely massive. So do one thing, go to Spotify, go to iTunes, go to any leading podcasting platform and search for Rise in the Obstacle Course Race podcast. And finally guys, not your keys, not your crypto. If you have dabbled with cryptocurrencies and now are seriously getting to protect your cryptocurrencies, there is no better way to protect it by using a hardware wallet. And this is where Ledger Wallet kicks in. And Ledger Wallets are hardware cryptocurrency wallets made by Ledger, a company headquartered in Paris, France. And Ledger's hardware wallets are multi-currency wallets that are used to store private keys for cryptocurrencies offline. And Ledger offers 2 hardware wallets, the Ledger Nano and Ledger Nano X wallets. They are world-class experts with extensive crypto security backgrounds. They continuously look for vulnerabilities in Ledger products in a constant effort to improve the level of security. Now, in today's world, securing these digital assets is a critical challenge, and this is where Ledger kicks in. So click the link below to buy your hardware wallet and support this podcast. It is a brilliant way to support this podcast. So what are you waiting for? The link is in the show notes below. Now guys, since you've taken care of that, let's kickstart by looking at the global cryptocurrency market. Now look guys, what did actually happen last week is that the CPI numbers were out and the Biden inflation numbers did actually go down, and that, to be honest, should be a positive sign for the world of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, isn't it? Unfortunately guys, the US government at that point of time did decide to go ahead and dump 10,000 Bitcoin, and because of that, there was a temporary panic set in the market and the prices did actually go down. Because look, when you talk about inflation guys, the inflation has been marginally going down, and that should technically mean that the prices of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency should be pumping up, isn't it? Now one metric guys that we need to be looking at is the volume of stable coins, and then compare it with the volume of 24-hour trading volume. Unfortunately guys, the numbers are absolutely horrendous, so I wouldn't be surprised if we do see the prices dumping in the next few days. But let's see if the narrative changes, let's say by Tuesday or Wednesdays. Now so far as the global cryptocurrency market is concerned, it is at $2.10 trillion, and since the last 24 hours, it is up by 0.73%. Now mind you guys, it's important to note that I'm reading out these numbers in the early hours on Dubai, and it is still technically Sunday in most of the Western countries. Now keeping that thing in mind guys, I do feel that the numbers are absolutely horrendous, to be honest. Ideally speaking, because of the Kamala crash and because of the stock market crash, this number should have been almost 30 to 40% of what it is. So let's see guys, if we do find out any negative news or some domino effect of the Kamala crash that did actually happen on the 5th of August. Now so far as the total cryptocurrency market volume is concerned, it is only at $42.03 billion, and since the last 24 hours, it is up by 6.12%, which just means guys, over the weekend, there is not much activity going on in the cryptocurrency world, isn't it? This is so bizarre guys, considering the fact when you talk about Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, it should be operating 365 days all over the world, isn't it? Keeping all this thing in mind guys, the numbers are definitely not looking good. Now let me do one thing, let me quickly run through the volume of DeFi guys, because the numbers as usual are absolutely horrendous, and the volume of DeFi is well below the $3 billion mark. It is only at $2.73 billion, and DeFi guys as of today is accounting for only 6.50% of the total crypto market 24-hour volume, and so far as the total value locked is concerned guys, it is down to $84.41 billion. And Lido is still dominating so far as total value locked is concerned. It is at $26.10 billion. Now I hate saying this guys, one of the metrics that should have actually pumped up the most over the weekend, that is the decentralized to centralized exchange dominance. Unfortunately that has been going down, and today it is at 12.29%, because look guys, when you talk about decentralized exchanges, ideally speaking, if the banking industry is shutting down on weekends, this should be the time when decentralized exchange should be pumping up, isn't it? That is not happening as of yet. I do feel it might take at least 5 to 10 years, maybe at least a decade's time, where we do see decentralized to centralized exchange dominance touching around the 60 to 80% mark. Could it be possible that it may never happen as well? That is a very high possibility as well. Now let me quickly run through the volume of decentralized exchanges. Now the number one is Uniswap, but the volume is ridiculously low guys. It is well below the $1 billion mark. As a matter of fact guys, it is well below the $750 million mark as well. It is only at $717.83 million. PancakeSwap is at number second. Its volume is $394.8 million. The third one guys is Orca. Its volume is $286.26 million. Fourth one is Radium. Its volume is $269.24 million. And finally at number 5 guys is Dodo, and its volume is $227.02 million. Now look guys, earlier today, I was just comparing my numbers going back to March of this year, and at that point of time guys, Thorchain used to be an exchange which used to be always in the top 5, but I'm not seeing Thor exchange in the top 5 for almost the last quarter to be honest. So let's see if there's something going on in the world of Thor exchange. Now look guys, so far as decentralized exchange is concerned, this number should have definitely been better. Now let me quickly run through the volume of stable coins, and as I mentioned earlier guys, I'm definitely not content with this number. Today it is at $38.04 billion, and what is a bit crazy guys is that stablecoin, despite the volume being low, is accounting for 90.50% of the total crypto market 24-hour volume. That is absolutely horrendous, isn't it? And last week guys, in my Crypto and Coffee at 8 podcast, I talked about how institutional investors, they were not buying a lot of stable coins. So it's going to be really interesting to see in the next coming months what the future of stable coins is. Now so far as the volume of stable coins is concerned, it is needless to say that Tether USDT is leading the pack, and its volume is $32.59 billion. Circle USDC is at number 2nd, its volume is $2.82 billion. FDUSD guys is at number 3rd, its volume is $2.78 billion. These numbers guys are definitely not ideal, isn't it? You also need to remember guys, when you talk about stable coins, we are talking about the 24-hour trading volume for the entire world. Truth be told guys, this number should have been at least 10 times of what it is, because look, we are talking about Bitcoin being in existence for well over a decade, isn't it? Let's see guys, if the narrative regarding blockchain being the next revolution does actually turn out to be real, or is it just hype? Now let me quickly run through the market cap, 24-hour trading volume and dominance between Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now Bitcoin's market cap guys is at $1.17 trillion, and so far as Ethereum is concerned, its market cap is at $320 billion. And guys, I was looking at these numbers going back to March of this year, and Ethereum's market cap was at $480 billion, and there was a very high possibility that Ethereum's market cap should have actually crossed the $500 billion mark, isn't it? From $480 billion in March down to $320 billion. That is absolutely scary, isn't it? Now so far as the 24-hour trading volume is concerned guys, Bitcoin's 24-hour trading volume is $16.04 billion, whereas Ethereum's 24-hour trading volume is at $8.65 billion. Now if you look at the dominance of Bitcoin guys, it is almost at 56%, it is at 55.97% to be honest, and so far as the dominance of Ethereum is concerned, it is at 15.20%. Now in today's episode guys, let me quickly run to the market cap of AI related tokens. Now the number one guys is Fetch.ai, and if you look at its market cap, it is at $2.01 billion. Bitensa guys is at number second, its market cap is at $2.08 billion. Render token is at number third, its market cap is at $1.80 billion. Theta Network guys is at number fourth, its market cap is at $1.16 billion. And finally at number fifth is Akash Network, its volume is $1.16 billion. Now look guys, last week I did have an interview with Dr. Max Live, who's the CEO of Food Tech and Wood Foundation. I would really recommend you guys to go ahead and check out the episode, because we went ahead and discussed the importance of decentralized artificial intelligence. We had a lot of technical discussion regarding Deepin, which is kind of the buzzword right now, isn't it? And what I really like guys, Dr. Max Lee did actually state what they are building is something which probably fits in the Web 2.5 world, and there is still time for Web 3.0. So please feel free to go and check it out guys, and if you do have any feedback or suggestion, mention them in the comments below. Now guys, before we look at the king of all kings, that is Bitcoin, what I want to do is, I just want to quickly run through one of the meme coin, that is Bonk, because they have been making quite a lot of news since the last quarter, hasn't it? Now so far as Bonk is concerned guys, the ticker symbol is Bonk, that is B for Bravo, O for Orange, N for November, and K for Kite. Now Bonk guys is a meme coin cryptocurrency on the Solana blockchain, and it was inspired by popular coins like Shiba Inu, Dogecoin, and so far as the launch date is concerned, it was actually launched on Christmas Eve on the 25th of December 2022. Now Bonk guys, they aim to inject liquidity into Solana-based decentralized exchanges, and they want to foster a community-driven ecosystem. Now what sets Bonk apart guys, that it is a massive airdrop strategy, and 50% of the total supply, or 50 trillion coins to be precise, was actually distributed to Solana community. This included NFT collectors, developers, artists, and this definitely sparked significant interest and led to the token rising 34% in Solana price. Now so far as the airdrop strategy is concerned guys, half of Bonk's total supply was distributed to Solana users, contributing to coin's rapid rise in popularity. And Bonk's launch guys led to a notable increase in Solana price as well, and the coin itself surged by over 2000% in valuation within just a matter of a week. Now so far as the remaining supply is concerned, they were allocated to team development, marketing, initial liquidity. They also have something called as Bank DAO, and some were also given to early contributors, and finally guys, some were distributed to Solana's broader ecosystem. Now it's really important to note guys that Bonk definitely focuses on community, and Bonk was designed to be for the people, by the people as well, and they integrated with over 350 on-chain projects within the Solana ecosystem. Now so far as the security is concerned guys, as a Solana-based token, Bonk benefits from Solana's proof of history and proof of stake mechanism, and they ensure robust security and high transaction throughput. Now so far as the availability of Bonk token is concerned, I personally purchased it via Binance, but Bonk is listed on several major cryptocurrency exchanges including Huobi, MEXC, Bybit, Orca, and quite a lot of other. Now it's really important to note guys that despite its success, the team behind Bonk remains anonymous, and detailed information about the project's long-term plan is sparse. However, the project's momentum, which is driven primarily by unique airdrop and community-centric approach, definitely suggests a strong ongoing presence in the Solana ecosystem. So let me know guys, what are your thoughts regarding Bonk? Cause look guys, Bonk's rapid rise definitely reflects the power of community-driven projects in the cryptocurrency space, isn't it? And by aligning itself closely with Solana users and developers, Bonk has created a unique niche, leveraging the popularity of meme coins, while at the same time providing tangible benefits to the Solana ecosystem. And I do feel its future growth will likely depend on continued community support, further integration, and sustained interest in Solana as a platform. So let me know guys, what are your thoughts regarding Bonk, and if you do have anything to add, mention them in the comments below. Now guys, let's go ahead and look at the king of all kings, that is Bitcoin. And unfortunately guys, the prices of Bitcoin is well below the $60,000 mark. It is at $59,692. And since the last 24 hours, it is marginally up by 0.36%, and since the last 7 days, it is down by 0.06%. Ethereum guys is at $2,665, and since the last 24 hours, it is up by 2.11%, and since the last 7 days, it is up by 2.34%. Binance BNB coin guys is at $535, and since the last 24 hours it is down by 0.34%, and since the last 7 days it is up by 4.69%. Now look guys, there was an interesting report which I saw via LinkedIn that talks about the monetary asset, and it is no surprise guys that right now Bitcoin has become the 6th biggest monetary asset, and it has overtaken the value of United Kingdom as a country as well. Now the number one guys so far as valuation is concerned is gold, and if you look at it in terms of dollar value, it is at $14.81 trillion. United States guys is at number 2nd, and in terms of dollar value it stands at $5.88 trillion. The number 3rd guys is Eurozone, and it stands at $5.74 trillion. The 4th one is China, and in terms of dollar value guys it is at $5.17 trillion. The 6th one is Japan, it is at $4.65 trillion. And check this out guys, Bitcoin is at number 6th, and it is at $1.19 trillion. And look guys, because of the Bitcoin halving, there's only one trajectory and direction where Bitcoin could be heading towards, isn't it? Could it be possible that Bitcoin will actually take United States of America? Maybe even gold? I definitely do see that a possibility in less than a decade's time, to be honest. Now United Kingdom guys is at number 7th, and in terms of dollar value it is $1.13 trillion. Silver is at number 8, and it is less than $1 trillion guys. It is at $0.85 trillion. Switzerland is at number 9, it is at $0.62 trillion, and India is at number 10 at $0.56 trillion. Now look guys, India has had more of a hate relationship with cryptocurrency, isn't it? Let's say for some wild circumstance, if Prime Minister Narendra Modi does go ahead and accumulate a lot of Bitcoin and puts it as a reserve, that would be an absolutely game changer, isn't it? Let's see if any of the country tends to do that. Now guys, let's go ahead and discuss some interesting news regarding Monero. Now look guys, if you're relatively new in the cryptocurrency and blockchain space, you should know that Monero is a cryptocurrency that Bitcoin intended to be, isn't it? And Monero right now is definitely the king of privacy. But unfortunately guys, if you look at this market cap, it is ridiculously low. It is stuck somewhere between the $2 to $3 billion. Definitely not good, isn't it? But we do have an interesting update guys, and that is to do with Tari token and Monero developers, along with Fluffy Pony or Ricardo Spani, who used to be the lead maintainer of Monero blockchain. They are launching the testnet of the Tari Universe desktop application for mining, and Tari token guys will be launched on the 12th of September. Now so far as Tari is concerned, the token aims to simplify cryptocurrency mining by allowing users to mine Tari tokens using regular computers, something similar to what used to happen in Bitcoin in the earlier days, isn't it? Now the ticker symbol guys for Tari is TARI, that is T for Tango, A for Alpha, R for Roger, and I for India, and Tari will use proof of work algorithm, and it will benefit from Monero security via merge mining, but it does remain as a separate blockchain. Now the project includes airdrop tokens for community engagement and features two mining modes, that is eco for low resource use and ludicrous for high intensity. Now the goal of this token guys is to make crypto mining accessible to a new generation without expensive hardware. Now if you do need official information guys, the website is universe.tari.token, and there is an interview with the team which is published by Decrypt, and the entire interview is in the show notes below, so definitely go ahead and check it out. Now guys, let's go ahead and discuss a new type of ETF which is kind of like a basket of crypto funds, and the ticker symbol guys is EZPZ, and this is done by Franklin Templeton. And Franklin Templeton, they have filed to launch a Franklin Crypto Index ETF, which aims to expose investors to a range of crypto funds, and the ETF guys would track the CF Institutional Digital Asset Index, initially including Bitcoin and Ethereum. And what is important to note is that Coinbase will serve as a custodian for the fund. Now this move guys follows Franklin Templeton's recent spot and Bitcoin Ethereum ETF launches. Now if you need more information guys, the information is actually via US Security and Exchange Commission website, and the link to that is in the show notes below. Now guys, let's go and discuss an interesting news regarding Ethereum, and I'm not sure which way to look at it guys, because what has happened is Ethereum gas fees has plummeted to a 5-year low last week. Now it's really important to note guys that the fees represent a more than 95% drop from the 83.1 gwei levels in March of this year, where the network did actually see a spike in activity. Now the decrease with fee dropping to as low as 0.6 gwei is seen as a potential bullish sign for Ethereum prices, and this is according to an analyst Ryan Lee. But look guys, the drop is attributed to reduced demand for Ethereum block space as well, and this is because a lot of people are migrating to cheaper blockchain like Solana and Layer 2 solutions, along with improvements from Duncan Upgrade. So really I'm not sure what to make of it. Let me know what are your thoughts regarding this. Now look, the spot Ethereum trading has gone live. That should be a positive sign so far as the price of Ethereum is concerned. But so far as decentralized apps working on blockchain protocol, I do feel guys there's a lot of activity going on in Solana blockchain, isn't it? But regarding this news regarding Ethereum guys, it's important to note that the lower fees have led to an increase in Ethereum supply, with nearly 16,000 Ethereum added in the last few weeks. So let me know guys, how do you look at this information? Do you look at it in a positive way? Or do you look at more activity switching from Ethereum to Solana or layer 2 solutions? Now guys, let's go ahead and discuss some interesting news all the way from Nigeria. And a Nigerian court has frozen $38 million of the $50 million in cryptocurrency allegedly sent to support protests against rising inflation. Now the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, that is EFCC, have requested the freeze on 4 wallets that were tried to end bad governance protest. And the hashtag that is circulating via Twitter is hashtag #endbadgovernance. Now authorities are claiming guys that the cryptocurrency contributed to naira's devaluation and inflation. Now so far as the freeze part is concerned, the freeze is part of a broader crackdown on crypto and exchanges like Binance, which Nigeria accuses of facilitating untraceable fund transfers and tax revenue losses. Now look guys, it's really important to note that a court can only freeze the account when it is connected to a centralized exchange, isn't it? But the whole invention of Bitcoin guys was peer-to-peer electronic cash system, isn't it? And this goes back to the very basic narrative guys, not your keys, not your crypto. So these were some macro level news guys from the cryptocurrency and blockchain world. Now let's look at 2 news from Dubai, UAE and the Middle East, and both the news guys are definitely positive news. Let's go ahead and discuss the first news, because this was circulating in LinkedIn like wildfire, and the news essentially is that Dubai court, they have recognized crypto as a valid salary payment, and this news guys is actually published via Cointelegraph. So let me go ahead and give out more information guys. And the Dubai court of first instance recognizes salary payments in crypto as valid under employment contracts, and UAE lawyer, that is Iran Ahiva, has highlighted the growing acceptance of crypto in employment contracts. Now this ruling reflects UAE's judiciary evolving approach to Web3 financial transaction. Now this case guys involved an employee claiming unpaid wages, wrongful termination compensation and other benefits. Now here's the interesting bit to remember guys. The employment contract included both fiat as well as tokens, and so far as this contract was concerned, there was 5,250 EcoWatt tokens, and this was part of the salary, but the employer failed to pay the token part of the salary for 6 months. Definitely unfortunate news for the employer, isn't it? And in 2023 guys, the court acknowledged the inclusion of EcoWatt tokens but did not enforce crypto payments. Now the 2023 ruling required clear valuation of crypto and fiat terms for enforcement, and in 2024 guys, the court ruled in favor of the employee without converting the crypto salary into fiat. Now this decision represents a shift towards recognizing cryptocurrency in employment contracts, isn't it? Now the court's ruling indicates a broader acceptance of digital currencies in UAE's legal framework, and the lawyer guys, that is Irina Hivo, describes the court's approach as progressive, that is aligned with Web3 economies, in it. Definitely positive news. And the ruling guys relied on UAE civil transaction law and federal decree law number 33 of 2021, and the court consistently applied legal principles in determining wages. Now this decision guys sets a positive precedent for further integration of digital currencies and financial transactions. And this ruling guys encourages a more inclusive and innovative business environment in the UAE. Now the lawyer guys views this decision as a win for the employee and a step towards UAE's digital economy leadership, isn't it? And this ruling guys affirms both the companies and employees must honor employment contracts regardless of payment in fiat or cryptocurrency, isn't it? Definitely positive news. And look guys, it is so great that the UAE government are definitely taking initiatives not just in cryptocurrency but in upcoming technologies such as even artificial intelligence or even NFTs, isn't it? Definitely positive news. Now guys, let's go ahead and discuss another news, which is another positive news, and that is to do with a festival that is scheduled to take place between 11th and 12th of September. And Dubai guys is planning to host AI and Web3 Festival on September 11th and 12th. So let me go ahead and give out more information regarding this. Because Dubai International Financial Center, or DIFC, will host the Dubai AI and Web3 Festival, which is scheduled to take place between the 11th and 12th of September, and it is taking place at Medina Jumeirah, and this is the same place where Token 2049 took place as well, isn't it? Now the festival guys aligns with the momentum of Dubai AI and Web3 campus that was established earlier this year, and His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum directs the campus, emphasizing AI and Web3's role in attracting global innovators. Now, the Dubai AI and Web3 Festival, guys, is the first of its kind event in Dubai, showcasing future-forward technologies on a global stage, and this event will address topics like ethical consideration in AI and the transformative potential of Web3 space as well. Now, PwC, guys, they estimate that AI will contribute to $15.7 trillion to the global economy by year in 2030, and McKinsey, they have highlighted that AI will create around 200,000 jobs in the Middle East by year in 2025, and BCG, guys, they report that Web3's decentralized infrastructure represents about 40% of virtual assets' global economy as of 2021, and the transaction value of virtual assets is expected to range between $150 billion to $300 billion by 2025. And Nasser Kazim, the governor of the IFC, has emphasized the IFC's commitment to fostering creativity, collaboration, and innovation as well. Now, the festival, guys, aligns with the IFC Strategy 2030 and Dubai Economic Agenda D33, and the event is expected to attract 100 exhibitors, 5,000 global industry players, policymakers, and innovators as well. And Arif Amiri, guys, the CEO of the IFC Authority, highlights the festival as part of the IFC's ambition to maintain its leadership in fintech and innovation, and the festival will create a platform for global collaboration, advancing dialogue in AI and Web3 space. Now, the Dubai AI and Web3 Festival, guys, follows a strategic initiative launched by the IFC earlier this year and launched in August 2023. The Dubai AI and Web3 campus is the world's largest dedicated cluster of AI and Web3 companies. Now, the campus, guys, aims to attract over $300 million in capital and create more than 3,000 jobs by 2028, and the campus offers a 90% subsidies commercial license for companies looking to establish the businesses there as well. So definitely positive news, isn't it? So these were the news, guys, on the cryptocurrency, blockchain, and artificial intelligence world from Blockchain DXB. In case if you like listening to this podcast, please click on the follow button, give it a 5-star rating, and share the word across. Now, for the next few minutes, it's going to be an Ask Me Anything series, where you listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. So let's kick start with the Ask Me Anything series. Hey everyone, it's Josh from Blockchain DXB. You're listening to the Ask Me Anything series, where you listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. I have a question by Matt who asks, what impact do you believe Ethereum's lower gas fees will have on its market value? Now, so far as the market value is concerned, Matt, this is definitely not financial advice, because look, all price predictions are 100% right 50% of the time, isn't it? And as I mentioned earlier, Matt, there are two ways of looking at it. If the Ethereum gas fees are going down, it could definitely mean that there's increased adoption. It could also mean that Ethereum might get competitive edge in the next coming weeks and months, but at the same time, it can also be taken out in a negative context. What this could also mean is that there is a lot of activity going on in Solana, so think of it as a developer. Could it be possible, rather than building it on Ethereum, they may want to go ahead and research some information regarding Solana blockchain? Definitely a high possibility, isn't it? And if that thing happens, the prices of Ethereum could actually go down. Now, one of the biggest projects which may actually shift from Ethereum to Solana blockchain is MakerDAO, and the founder of MakerDAO, that is Crane Christensen, he did actually write a blog called as The Endgame, and in that he clearly mentioned that there is a very high possibility from switching from Ethereum to Solana blockchain. But look, so far as the lower gas fees in Ethereum is concerned, it can definitely increase adoption as well, because how I understand it, Matt, lower fees can make Ethereum network more attractive to users, especially for small transactions, NFTs, and DeFi projects, and this over time could lead to higher on-chain activity, driving demand for Ethereum, and it could potentially increase its market value, and this could actually give Ethereum a competitive edge. And one way of looking at it is, as Ethereum's fees decreases, it becomes more competitive against other blockchain like Solana and Binance Smart Chain as well as Net, which, as I mentioned earlier, have been attracting users due to the lower cost. And if Ethereum can retain or attract projects and users that might have left due to high fees, this could positively affect the price of Ethereum, in my opinion. And so far as market perception is concerned, I do feel that investors might see the reduction in gas fees as a sign of decreased network congestion or a lack of demand, which could be perceived positively or negatively as well. Now, so far as Ethereum is concerned, I do remember Larry Fink did actually state that he's not at all concerned about other blockchain protocols like Solana or anything as well, and that is a massive dent to our Solana blockchain, isn't it? However, it's also important to note if the fee reduction is attributed to technological upgrades like say layer 2 solution or increased efficiency, it could be seen as a bullish sign as well. Now regarding Ethereum, if the fee reduction is attributed to technological upgrades like layer 2 solution and then can upgrade, it definitely gives motivation for a lot of people to go ahead and start using Ethereum, isn't it? And this could mean that there is increased efficiency and definitely could be a bullish sign as well. Now so far as impact on miners and validators is concerned, Matt, I do feel that lower fees might reduce the revenue for miners and validators, potentially leading to less network security if some exit the network. However, Ethereum's proof of stake with 2.0 aims to mitigate this concern by decoupling rewards from transaction fees, isn't it? So it's going to be really interesting to see how the market actually reacts to the process. Now look, the only thing I can say, while lower gas fees could actually boost Ethereum's adoption and long-term value, the immediate market impact will depend on how investors interpret these changes. If lower fees are seen as a sign of increased efficiency and scalability, Ethereum's market cap could definitely benefit. However, at the same time, if it is perceived as a result of declining network activity, it may have a short-term bearish impact as well. That is my honest thought. And once again, this is definitely not financial advice, but definitely a brilliant and interesting question. And that's about all, guys, from the Ask Me Anything season blockchain DXB. In case you feel like listening to this podcast, please click on the follow button, give it a 5-star rating, and share the word across. And remember, guys, Monday to Thursdays, 8 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. we have Crypto with Coffee at 8, where we cover top news and information pertaining to the price of cryptocurrencies, some major breaking news, occasionally short and sweet news as well, news that has an impact in the cryptocurrency world. The other two news and information is related to Dubai, UAE, and the Middle East, from the cryptocurrency, blockchain, and now artificial intelligence world as well. And what you're listening to right now is the Ask Me Anything series, where your listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. So thanks so much for listening, guys, and have a nice one. Bye-bye.